Welcome back, everyone. You're watching CruiseAway, Australia's top destination for fabulous cruise holiday opportunities that take you right around the world. In this show, we'll be taking you to Europe, to the likes of the UK, Spain, Greece, Iceland, Ireland and so many more. We'll be serving up these trips in style with a cruise on board the biggest cruising company on the planet, Carnival, who are fun all the way, and they certainly know how to throw a party. Well, before we start that party for you and your family, let's get to know what a cruise holiday is all about. What should we expect? What's included? There are so many questions we all have, and we are here to answer every single one of them.
When you choose to cruise, you'll experience one of the best value holidays with so much included as standard. Your floating resort will take you to multiple destinations in one trip, where you'll wake up to a new view every day and only have to unpack once. Your en-suite accommodation will have everything you need to feel right at home, with a daily service provided by your personal cabin steward. Around the ship, you'll have the opportunity to take part in various activities, which can include quizzes, dance classes, game shows, movie screenings, lectures, and much more. If that sounds too much, then feel free to relax, unwind, and watch the world go by in a solarium or around one of the pools, or even in a hot tub. If you're cruising with a family, then the little ones will be well taken care of, with a range of kids clubs available for all ages from morning till late. Plus, no matter the age, everyone can have a thrilling time with rock climbing walls, zip lines, water parks, skating, simulators, and even bumper cars. When it comes to food, you'll never go hungry on a cruise, with options available right around the clock. Enjoy fine dining with waiter service in one of the main restaurants, or opt for something more casual in the self-service buffet. There's also snacks and room service available too. And as the sun goes down, that's when the ship really comes to life. Every evening, you'll be spoilt for choice when it comes to entertainment, from Broadway-style shows in the lavish theatre to live music, comedy, karaoke, silent discos, as well as onboard nightclubs, allowing you to dance the night away. So, if you want more holiday for less dollar, make sure you choose to cruise.
Right then, let's get started for your first adventure then to London and the Greek Isles, which includes a double cruise and lots of great destinations. It's for August of next year, the 15th of August to be precise, and 25 nights start with a flight from Sydney to London, UK, the capital city. And we've got a couple of nights in a London hotel there. Well, what an extraordinary city London is, and there is so much to enjoy as well. They have their own shade of blue, you know, they call it London blue. When you look up at the sky in London, it's that particular blue. Of course, you've got so many things that you can go and visit. You've got the Tower of London, you've got the London Eye there, you've got the Houses of Parliament, you've got Trafalgar Square, you've got so many, and of course the West End shows and productions you can go and see as well. 2 nights in a London hotel should be quite some adventure. And then it's cruise time, and we're cruising out of Dover, which is down in the south of England, not far from London at all, to join Carnival Legend for 19 nights of fun cruising. You're going to absolutely love this. As you can see, Carnival is for absolutely everyone. I think we just saw a nice contrast there between what the kids can be doing and what the big kids can be doing as well, because there is just fun for everyone. There's times and occasions where everyone can come together for wonderful mega deck parties. They've got live game shows. You've got Camp Carnival for the kids, which they're going to love. Probably, to be honest with you, if you're taking the kids with you, you leave them at Camp Carnival and that's it. You go off and do your own thing. But there's loads of things that you can do together. The Waterworks Park is absolutely fantastic. It really is. You are going to love everything about Carnival, because there is a smile on hand every corner you turn on board the ship. And we'll go through more of the individual details and restaurants and other things that you can do a little bit later through the show, because we're staying on this ship right the way through this show. But you just get an idea of all the massive variety of things there are to do on board, which is incredible. So, are you ready to start your 19-night adventure? Remember, we are starting in the UK and we are cruising out out of a place called Dover, which is down on the south coast. You might have heard of the song, The White Cliffs of Dover. Well, you'll be sailing away from those. We'll have a day at sea, and we're in La Coruña in Spain, in northwestern Spain. They call it the Crystal City, actually, with lovely seafront promenade. Then we go down the coast to Portugal, to Lexos in Portugal, which is not far away from Porto. Lots of wonderful places to visit there. We stay in Portugal and head to the capital next, which is Lisbon. Lisbon's beautiful, by the way. Get to the aquarium or the Belém Tower, or just wander the streets and get on the trams. They're amazing. Then we're back into Spain, to Seville first of all. The Basilica de la Macarena is there. The central market is great to wander around in Spain. And then we continue down the Costa del Sol to Malaga. Now, you've got lots of choices here, including Granada and the Alhambra Palace, which is a real highlight, worth going to. Then we're into Cartagena, the Calamea, the Marine Museum, a Roman theatre museum, which you can see there on that picture. Lots of different choices here, which is amazing. A day at sea, and we're in the Eternal City. We're in the port for Rome. So you've got maybe a tour here, possibly. You're actually coming back to Rome at the end of this cruise for a hotel stay, so it might just be a little wander around the first time. 2 days at sea, and we're into the Greek Isles, starting with Mykonos. You can walk the charming ancient streets here and get a feel for this part of the world. Kusadasi in Turkey, all the bazaars, the beaches, the promenades, lots of tour excursions again on offer from Carnival, which will be great. Then one of the most picturesque places in the world, Santorini. It's absolutely beautiful. The whitewashed houses. It's where a lot of people go to get married for the pictures. It looks incredible. Then we go into historical Athens in Greece. This is Piraeus, the port for Athens. You've got the Parthenon, you've got the Erechtheion there as well, and all the historical sites. From here, we head to Katakolon in Greece. It's a small fishing village in the Peloponnese there. Ancient Olympia, not far away from this port. Then we're going to Sicily. Messina in Sicily is very close to Mount Etna, and Taormina is a very, very beautiful exclusive resort very close by. Staying in Italy now, Naples, famous for the Isle of Capri, Pompeii ruins, and so much more. And our final call to leave the ship is into Civitavecchia, which is the port for Rome. That's where we leave Carnival Legend, and we book you into a hotel in Rome for 2 fabulous nights. Now, this is your real chance to explore, and Rome is absolutely beautiful. Whether you go for the cafe culture, whether you go for the wonderful sights that you've got there, of course, the ruins of the Forum. You've got the Sistine Chapel and the Vatican, of course, the Spanish Steps, which you can climb. There's a Bohemian Quarter. You can go to the Trevi Fountain and throw coins in there. You are going to love, love, love this city. And of course, at the end of your 2 nights, we've got your flight back to Australia. What an incredible adventure. I mean, really, really fantastic. 25 nights in total, and so much included as well. So your flight from Sydney to London, of course, is included. 2 nights in a central London hotel, and then you've got 19 nights of Carnival cruising through the Med and the Greek Isles from Dover to Rome. And then when we leave Carnival Legend, 2 nights to Rome in a hotel, pardon the pun, before you fly back to Australia. Now, we can put a low deposit down on this right now in advance of it happening, because of course it's for August next year. So $1,182 today each as a deposit will get this price that I've got for you secured. And for such a long distance trip, which covers so many distant destinations, the price tag that we've got here for you, I think, is extraordinary. And it's way thanks to our team behind the scenes here at CruiseAway, who put together these amazing packages. Remember, we're connected with all of the major cruise lines, but also with hotel brands, with the airlines and tour operators around the world, because we are a global business ourselves as well. And that price there at $6,299 each is just brilliant. Now, on the cruise, you've got the chance to upgrade. We've given you the price for an inside, but let's look at your price if you want to upgrade on your stateroom on board, because you can go for an ocean view, you can go for a balcony, of course, on Carnival Legend, or you might even go right out to a suite, which would be an amazing experience, and so many extras and perks that come with being a suite guest with Carnival as well. So if you want to know more, all you've got to do, of course, is pick up the phone and speak to our team. It's a toll-free telephone number, of course, 1300 306 134. You can see this offer, of course, and all of our other TV offers and lots more besides at our website at cruiseaway.com.au. That looks incredible. If you need flights from other cities, by the way, to Sydney, just let us know. Incredible. What a lovely package that is. Some real adventures going on then. Right, we need to move on. So next up, for June of next year, we've got another epic adventure, this time 28 nights in all. Again, with that fun Carnival Legend cruise. This time we're taking to the Med for a stay. 3 weeks of cruising, which even includes Iceland, and then a stay in a London hotel. So let's get started. 4th of June next year, let's take that exciting flight, and it will be exciting as well, from Sydney to Spain to Barcelona. And when you arrive in Barcelona, you've got 2 nights to enjoy this amazing city in a hotel. Now, of course, Barcelona is world famous for being such an incredible city. Of course, you've got the big highlights and hotspots, things like Las Ramblas, which is just incredible, the street entertainment, all of the movement, the hustle bustle. It's such a lovely place to be, actually. Fabulous shopping, of course. If you're a sports fan, you get up to the new camp maybe. They have these great hop-on, hop-off bus tours which take you right the way around all the top attractions in Barcelona as well. And you've got 2 nights in a hotel room only there, so you can spend that as you want to. Go and seek out some of the local restaurants as well. And then it's time for cruising. As I mentioned before, 3 weeks of cruising, 21 nights on Carnival Legend, you lucky people. Now, for Carnival, this isn't one of their mega ships, actually. It's more of a mid-sized ship in the cruising world these days, around about 2,000 passengers, which is wonderful. So it's a little bit more intimate, but still all the fun and facilities that you would expect with the major cruise lines. Of course, Carnival is the biggest cruise line in the world. So they've got wonderful things that happen. If you want to just escape from it all, Serenity is a lovely adults-only retreat. It's like this quiet, tucked away corner of the ship with large cabanas that you and your other half, or you on your own, can go and take a book, listen to some music, do what you want. There's a bar there as well. So much for the kids to do, as you can see here. You've got the ropes course there. Food, let's talk about food for a second, because there are just so many choices. Included, you've got so much. Things like Guy's Burger Joint is absolutely amazing. Some of the most incredible burgers you have ever seen. And there's lots of specialty dining on board as well. A little extra cover charge for that little extra sweet treat as well. So the chef's table, for instance, where you can have dinner hosted by a master executive chef, is a real treat and well worth doing. Dive-in movies that you can do up on deck as well, so you get the whole family out there on the lounges, out on the ocean, get your popcorn, watch the film. Big sporting events as well they'll put on during the day. It's amazing. Right, here we go. Out of Barcelona, a day at sea down to Malaga, the home of the Alhambra Palace, of course, on the southern coast of Spain with beautiful beaches. Up to Seville there, the 12th century old town and the Moorish style houses are worth a little wander around as well, and pop into a tapas bar or two. To Lisbon in Portugal, which is the capital, of course, famed for its beaches. Get down to Cascais if you can, or up to Sintra, which is really interesting. Then we go to La Coruña. So Porto, I beg your pardon. Porto in Spain, Lexos. Beautiful place. Of course, the port wine comes from here as well, so you might go to a winery or two. Then we go to La Coruña. Now, you've got the Riesa Stadium there, which is home of Deportivo La Coruña, you definitely would have heard of, I'm sure, in soccer. Next, we go to Le Havre in France. That's the gateway port for Paris, of course, where you can go and walk the Champs-Élysées, go and see the Eiffel Tower as well. Next, we're going to England, to the Garden of England, actually, Dover, which is in Kent. You can go and visit Hever Castle here, which was the home of Anne Boleyn, maybe. A day at sea, and we're in Ireland, where you can go and kiss the Blarney Stone. There's all kinds of things you can do in Dublin. A glass of the black stuff has got to be done with the Guinness as well, of course. Next, from Ireland, we're going to Northern Ireland first, of course, Belfast. Such a lovely, warm welcome in this city as well. The people are absolutely wonderful. Then we go off to Iceland from Ireland, the capital Reykjavik. You've got the Tjornin, the shopping, the botanical gardens, and so much more in this part of the world. Then you're going into Grundarfjörður. Good, I got it right. Wonderful part of Iceland as well. Small fishing village just on the west of the Iceland coast there. We're staying in Iceland in Akureyri. Again, a wonderful, wonderful, very popular cruise port as well. Head up to Mývatn for the spa here. That's really, really beautiful. Then we go into Seyðisfjörður, which is just a small little Fjordland village. Incredibly scenic, actually. It's a really, really beautiful little place. You'll have the camera out for that. Next, we swap Iceland for Scotland. Invergordon, small coastal town, steeped in history with some lovely local tours there. A day at sea, and then we will leave Carnival legend in Dover. We've got 2 nights then in a London hotel for you, which is incredible, before we then fly back to Sydney. You lucky, lucky people. Oh my word, this is one heck of a trip. It's a little bit like our first trip, but it's kind of enhanced. It's wonderful. I think this is a great opportunity, and you are dotting off lots and lots of different countries and places here, all in one trip. I love the fact that it finishes with a 2-night stay in London, and then of course your flight back to Sydney. So the price I'm about to give you does include all your flights as well, plus the stays in London and Barcelona, plus that 21 nights of full board cruising on Carnival Legend. And again with this one, because we are talking the middle of next year, a deposit today of just $1,182 each will get the price that I've got for you here secured. And the price is amazing as well, let me tell you. Again, I have to say, our amazing team working with the cruise lines, the hotel brands, the airlines around the world to get you a deal like this, which you book as one, and it's all financially protected for you as well. Now, if you wanted to tweak this package in any way, you can always talk to the team about that. Maybe you want to spend a little bit longer in Barcelona, a little bit longer in London. You can certainly do that. And if you need help with flights from other cities to where this starts, the flight in Sydney, again, just talk to the team on 1300 306 134. Let's have a look at the upgrade opportunities on the cruise, because this will be interesting, this one. It's 21 nights on the Carnival Legend on this one. It's amazing. If you do decide to go for a suite on any of these, by the way, just 1 or 2 of the added extra perks: priority check-in and boarding, priority main dining, a much more attentive one-to-one kind of service available for you, which is wonderful. If you want more details about that, again, speak to the team. Toll free 1300 306 134 is your telephone number to dial. But it's an amazing holiday, let me tell you. And I've still got another one to come for you as well, let me tell you. And I can't wait to tell you about that. But before we do that, you might be new to CruiseAway here on Gecko. Well, welcome. It's nice to see you. And we are here on a regular basis as well to talk to you about amazing adventures around the world. But if you're just getting to know us at CruiseAway, well, we've been in the business for a long time.
With over 25 years of travel experience, when booking with CruiseAway, you're dealing with the cruise specialists. We can tailor-make the perfect holiday for you, adding hotel stays and exciting land tours so you can fully immerse yourself in the destinations you're visiting. We allow you to spread the cost of your holiday. Just pay a deposit today, and then you have until the due date to pay your balance. You can browse our deals online at cruiseaway.com.au or call us toll-free and speak to one of our experienced cruise consultants based right here in Australia. Plus, as a fully accredited member of CLIA, AFTA and ATAS, you have total confidence and complete peace of mind when booking with us. CruiseAway, you know you want to.
There you go. So that's us. And before I run out of time, let's enjoy a massive trip to rival that of Phileas Fogg as we take another double cruise trip, which takes you to Europe, Italy, the Greek Isles, and then on to Tampa in sunny Florida in the United States. I know. This is a 32-night trip starting on the 13th of October next year with a flight from Sydney to Rome in Italy. Oh, you lucky people. It's such a beautiful city, let me tell you. I was lucky enough to go there a couple of years ago. And it's wonderful. I mean, listen, you don't have to have a plan on your hands to be in Rome. You can actually do exactly what you want to. You can literally wander around Rome. It's fantastic. There are some wonderful sights to be had. In fact, you might recognise, if you're a 007 James Bond fan, you will notice some locations that you'll recognise, actually not just from the Bond films, but from many other films as well, you'll recognise. But you'll want to go and enjoy the wonderful architecture, the statues, the sights. Going to the Vatican City as well, the Sistine Chapel, is really memorable, I have to tell you from experience. Then after 2 nights in Rome in a hotel, we have got 26 nights on Carnival Legend, you lucky, lucky people. Let's talk about what happens of an evening on Carnival Legend as well, because you have amazing things going on outdoors and in, by the way. You've got very different atmospheres and vibes going on in all of the bars. I think you just saw the Blue Iguana bar there. You've got a tequila bar on board, which is brilliant. Of an evening, you've got lots of different choices as well. It's not just about going to see the big show, the big theatre performance of an evening. You've got things like Punchliner Comedy Club. Some of those comedy nights are family friendly and some are adult only. All of them very, very funny, let me tell you. They also have big parties on board as well. So they'll do things like the White Hot Night Party, where everyone wears as much white as they can. And there'll be a night of dancing up on the deck there. Giveaways, lots and lots of fun as well. They also do things like art auctions on board, which is really, really interesting. They do rapid fire lightning auctions and under $500 events. And they also do quirky things, which you don't expect to be part of an art auction, which is like guess the price competition. I wonder what the prize is. I wonder if it's the artwork. That would be quite nice, wouldn't it? Anyway, listen, you'll have to let me know when you come back. It's going to be amazing. And of course, the entertainment of an evening is spectacular. They even do game shows. They do Deal or No Deal, which you want to buy some tickets for and go and see. It's going to be brilliant. Right, we've got 26 nights on this cruise, and it's quite some journey. So, a couple of days at sea, and we're at CruiseAway in Turkey. You can explore the markets and get a flavour for Turkey here. And then we're on to the Greek Isles. Mykonos first, the labyrinth of little streets there. Visit the windmills at Delos as well, built in the 16th century. How beautiful. On to Santorini next. Again, you only have to look at those pictures just to know how beautiful Santorini is with its sights and sounds. Then we are going to ancient Athens, so you can walk the footsteps of the ancient Greeks, of course, take a tour of the hot spots here. It has to be done. Next we go to Katakolon in Greece, where you can go to the Agora Mall here to get some good Greek ice cream. Oh, that sounds nice, doesn't it? Got to do a bit of that while you're when in Greece, as they say. Next to Messina in Sicily, you've got glamorous Taormina on the doorstep here with its amphitheatre, which is incredible. Let me tell you, I've seen it and it's well worth going to. Next to Naples, museums, amazing architecture here. You can walk through the historic core of the city as well. Of course, Pompeii is not far away. Next, the Rome. So you've got a bit more time in Rome there. So maybe anything you didn't do on the stay, you've got another second chance there to go and visit. Then we've got a day at sea into Cartagena in Spain. Again, cute and charming. You can take in some tapas. Just enjoy the sunshine maybe. Take a couple of beach days on some of these trips as well. Then Funchal in Madeira. Now this is where you can enjoy the wonderful gardens or take the toboggan, the famous toboggan and cable car experience. Really, really amazing. Out into the Azores next. So we're heading towards America. Ponta Delgada, the green island in the middle of the Atlantic. Looks absolutely incredible, doesn't it? Then we've got a few days at sea into Nassau in the Bahamas, which is one of the best places for shopping in the Bahamas. Lots of water sports, scuba diving, for instance, as well. And a day at sea, and we arrive in our final destination for the cruise, which is Tampa in Florida in the United States. And that's where we'll leave the Legend and we'll check you into a hotel for a couple of nights. Now, whilst in Tampa, oh my word, there's so many different things you can do. You're in a hotel room only, which is the best way to be in America. You can go and dine where you want to then. Go and visit Busch Gardens maybe. You've got Ybor City there. where the cigar makers are, apparently. They've got Tampa Bay water bikes. You can pedal your way along the river. There's the Tampa River Walk from the convention center along the river, which you can stroll or cycle. There's the Henry B. Plant Museum, which is a former hotel, which is now a university building. Lots of artifacts there. And there's a Museum of Art, which has an amazing view of the city. So you can see in Tampa, Florida, there are lots and lots of opportunities, let me tell you. And again, lots of places that you can go and visit nearby as well from Tampa. Just looks incredible, doesn't it? And then, of course, you will fly back to Sydney. So it's a biggie this holiday, 32 nights in total. Price includes your flights to and from Sydney. You've got the stay in Rome in a hotel for 2 nights, 26 nights of cruising, the Med, the Greek Isles, and across the pond to Tampa in Florida, and your 2-night stay in Tampa as well. Really, really lovely. And I'll talk to you about how you can kind of tailor this further if you want to in just a moment. But first, let's look at the numbers. And let me tell you, wow, this is probably the biggest, I think this is the biggest offer in this show, and you would never believe it from the price tag I'm about to give you. We are advanced planning for next October. So again, a low deposit today, $1,182 each today. We'll get the deal secured for you. Let's bring up those numbers straight away because they are so good. And honestly, now we're putting this out on TV, that will be snapped up super, super quickly. You might think, well, this is October next year, Derek. Why are we worrying about it now? We're locking in the most amazing price tag right now, and we're kind of fighting the tide of travel price rises that are definitely coming down the line our way. So we're locking in a great deal right now with a low deposit today. Speak to the team as well on 1300 306 134 because remember, from Tampa, there's loads and loads of other places you can go to from there. You might think actually after your stay in Tampa that you might want to go to Orlando, you might want to go to Miami, you might want to go to New York. We can make all those kind of arrangements for you as part of this package as well. So you can tailor around this package. Let's have a look at the upgrades on the cruise as well, because remember the lion's share of this is cruise. 26 out of the 32 nights you're on Carnival Legend. So if you wanted to upgrade your stateroom there up to ocean view, where of course, as the name suggests, you can see the sea, or whether you want a balcony, open up the doors to the fresh air to have breakfast out on your balcony first thing in the morning, that's amazing. Or maybe a treat to a suite, possibly. All your prices are there. And listen, I know that when we talk and we walk through these deals, if you're watching a show like this for the first time, you might have many, many questions on your mind. And alas, I'm not yet a mind reader, but I do know that there is no such thing as a silly question because I've asked most of them in advance of doing these shows. So if you've got anything on your mind, anything that you would need the answer to right now, then use this toll-free telephone number. It's not going to cost you a cent, 1300 306 134, and we are here to talk to you every single day of the week. CruiseAway are part of a big global company. We have offices and divisions all the way across the world. You know, of course, we're part of AFTA and ATAS as well. So every dollar that you spend is protected with us as well. These amazing packages stringing together the flights, the hotels, the tours, the cruises, the stays are brilliant. They are second to none. And there's lots more of them, by the way, on our website. So make a note of this right now because I'm about to run out of time. CruiseAway.com.au. Have a little scout through there. You will definitely find the deal that you are looking for because if you love cruise holidays, you will definitely love CruiseAway. And I'll see you back here for more soon. Bye-bye.